Good morning. Welcome to the Nostrocker Morning Review. I am Nostrocker, and it is currently the morning, and we are going to do a review of the last 24 hours of my StarCraft experience. It says Weekend Edition still. Okay, now it doesn't. I had the problem yesterday, too. Okay. Pretty standard fare. Just been playing games. I was watching some more Vibe, and I noticed that he kind of addresses the problems that I run into just a little bit further. So I was like, oh, Plat 3, I'll start Plat 3. And then I watched the Plat 2 video after going through all this Hydra issue with the laser guys. Colossi, that you may recall, the saga of Nick versus the Colossi. And then in that video, Vibe is like, oh, some people just make Hydras and they'll just die and then they'll make more Hydras. And that's stupid. And I'm like, Vibe, this is what you told me to do. So I gotta watch more of those, get a little bit ahead because, there's a lot to learn, and it's not all in those early videos. Anyway, where was I going with this? I was watching more Vibe, and I was thinking that my macro is probably still suffering a little bit. I think that the fight stuff is good, and I've been focusing on it, and it's helping a lot, but I'm still losing out on all of my macro when it happens. So I'm trying to keep the balance here. Just remember that the macro is kind of like the backbone and you sacrifice it at your peril. Not that I'm, it's just gotta be everything, right? You've got to do the macro and you've got to do the micro and you got to win the fights and you got to take the right fights and blah, 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 blah. So I'm continuing to split my focus across everything to try to overall improve. But keeping with the tech up thing, and yeah. Anyway, there was actually something interesting. That's neither here nor there. It's basically what I'm saying is normal. It's a normal week. But I did have a cool experience yesterday. I was playing some team games, and they were going however they go. Teams are kind of chaotic, and I kept on just not wanting to leave the game when it was obviously lost because I was just having fun, seeing what I could do, seeing how well I could rebuild, seeing which fights I could take, seeing just how much I could get out of it. And I realized I used to get a little bit upset because I'd be like, oh my god, the fucking DTs or whatever, whatever it is, it just sucks to lose, right? But suddenly it just didn't suck to lose. Suddenly it was irrelevant, and I know I've been saying this for a while, MMR doesn't matter. It's just a reflection of other things, and that is totally true. But it's one of those things you say to yourself, but you don't really deeply, you still feel that my MMR, give it back. But in this instance, I just legitimately didn't care. I just wanted to see what I could do. I wanted to just practice the army movement. I wanted to practice the macro. And I don't know why this is. I don't know why I suddenly felt that, but it was really good because it was all of a sudden just no stress. Every game is just the game. The win or lose it's a series of actions lead to a win or a loss, but they're irrelevant, right? They're kind of irrelevant because if you're good, you're going to win more, and if you're bad, you're going to lose more, and that's just sort of going to happen. So the whole game, win or lose, is an opportunity to learn and to practice, train up that micro, train up that macro. I think that it was different because it was 2s or 3s. Team games are a bit of a crapshoot, and I don't know, that they're definitely a different beast. So maybe I just don't feel as attached to my rating in that scenario. I don't know, but I'm gonna try and hold on to this feeling because it was nice to just play, just have fun, just trying to win the fight and not be at all attached to the outcome. I haven't totally felt like that today, now playing in my normal games, but that's something to work on. I feel like I've been a little bit better at least. One last little thing, I lost to the same guy yesterday and today to fucking BCs, just mass BCs, and it is so annoying. But I talked to the guy because, we're buds now, because he's, battle rushed me that many times, you develop a certain rapport. I'm also helping him with his English homework, or I'm trying to, but English homework is hard. Anyway, I talked to him a bit, and it turns out the whole answer is just mass fucking corruptors, which is, I don't know, it's annoying. I tried doing corruptor Hydra, but it got crushed. and it turns out Hydra was just bad. I was trying to have like a balanced response, but I guess you just need an insane response to an insane build. I just realized something. So I had another game where I was playing against a Protoss person, which is unfortunate, and he did like just it was super annoying. Actually, this is one that I might have to look at the replay because I felt like we were pretty even. Like I was scouting his bases, I was keeping track of what was going on. I was really trying to stay on top of my macro, and then I just went into attack, and he just had like cannons and batteries, and I did a decent job. I killed like a lot of his army, and then he just warped in a fuck ton of DTs into my base and annihilated everything. And while I was able to kind of rebuild, the game was sort of over because he just sent DTs like it was probably like 15, 20 DTs just into all the mineral lines, and he just sent them to snipe like bases and tech buildings and stuff so that I couldn't rebuild. And I was just having a bad time with that. But as I was saying, this whole like, you know, you got to mass shit against mass shit. I was trying to think of what I would do against DTs because they are super fucking annoying, and I realized as I was saying that lurkers would have been great if I just had some lurkers in my bases. I was a little bit extra annoyed because I had prepared for the DT possibility. I did the whole like spine in the base before I left, so that if he did anything, it would be defended. But this is the problem with these plat leagues, man. Is like you defend against like a well thought out, like calculated counter with like 2 or 3 DTs, not against fucking 30 DTs just running into your base past your army. So that fucking sucked. But I'm trying to get over this whole like rage against the Protoss thing. Yeah, rage against the Protoss. Because they're kind of the best, right? Because like maybe it's a little cheeky to say, but I honestly do believe that you just have to outplay them. Like you've got to play a league above them, and that's really good practice to have just sort of one hard mode scenario out of the 3 possibilities, or 4 if you include random. There's just one where you're just gonna have to really do better because they're gonna win if you are of the same skill level. So it pushes you. We gotta thank the Protoss. Thank the Protoss and thank Blizzard for putting in a little bit of a challenge mode. So that's about it for today. Thanks very much for stopping by. I think I will do one more game and then I'm going to get out of here, go to my job, get my head out of StarCraft for a little bit. Have a wonderful day. Peace. Wait. There.